You know what time it is. It's time to slay the Spire. Or die trying, as will likely be the case multiple times. Last time, I think we confirmed a bit the conception I had in my head about how good like water is. I'm pretty sure there's a power that gives you block every time you switch stances as well. And as far as I'm aware, exiting a stance counts as switching a stance. So you can actually do it quite a lot if you've got the right cards. I feel like the primary the primary challenge with her is getting the right cards at the right times. Which, and the reason I think that's more of a challenge with Watcher than the others is like the precision of when you get specific cards is not so like you don't need so much precision on when you draw cards and when you draw cards together with the other three classes. I don't think like you need to have damage in your hand whenever you draw Eruption, or you need for 9 damage to be able to kill whatever you're fighting against, or your opponents need to be not attacking and you need to be pretty much guaranteed to draw enough damage to kill them the turn after. Otherwise, this card is just like dead on arrival every time. And you could say that about, like, you know, well, defends. If your opponent's not attacking, you know, defense don't do anything. But it's like, how would I put it? She's designed so that, like, you need to enter Wrath to kill things. And if you don't have Wrath and killing stuff at the same time, then you suffer a lot, because her cards, I think, are really built around the fact that a lot of the time you're going to deal damage, you're going to be dealing double the damage on them. Otherwise, they're not crazy good, because she doesn't have a lot of really good offensive scaling outside of that. Like, you've got Wrath, you've got Divinity, you've got some limited access to Vulnerability, you have some limited access to Strength gain. And yeah, that's about it. But I mean, then there's like all the cards that care about which stance you're in and care about switching stances, and it's like, I'm trying to think of like a good example here. Maybe I need to play her more before I can make a more solid case for what I'm trying to say here. Let the juices sink in a little bit more for me to form a more coherent point. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna play the game coherently. Aha. My favorite way to play video games. Ooh, this way's full of hallway fights, this way's full of question marks, so we're gonna go this way. I could get an extra bonfire if I skip this guy, and I still got 2 elites, or I could try for the rare and highly dangerous triple elite fight. They both lead me to a shop. Duvu doll. That's an interesting one. If I draw these 3, hold up. 14 plus 14 is 28, plus 10 is 38. Yeah, I actually still can't kill him. So I may as well just do that. That's fine, since we're still getting some decent damage in with our 1 strength strikes. I think it's more that, like you need you need to play block cards when you're being attacked, and you don't need to play block cards when you're not being attacked. But there's so many block cards for you to have that your chances of being stuck in a situation where you need some defense and don't have any, I feel like is a lot lower compared to like Wrath and Calm Stance. It's like there are cards that'll give you those, but they don't do anything else. So I don't know. I guess I just don't know how strong they are. And I think maybe they're really strong. But like especially this one, like I'd probably only take like one crescendo ever, because you can retain it, which means you need far fewer of them, because you can use it at the perfect time. Whereas having redundancy of a certain effect means you're more likely to see it at the perfect time, as well as some other times where it may be good but not perfect, or even like possibly detrimental. You're like, oh, I drew crescendo instead of some better card that I need for this turn. Rip me. We're gonna take follow up here because it's an attack that's sometimes free. It's flying knee built for Watcher. I think it's equipped. I think the changes to this versus Flying Knee, like, I think, like, I would not want Flying Knee for Watcher, and I would not want Follow Up for Silent. Like, if I could swap them, I wouldn't. I'd keep them exactly where they are. Like, both classes have access to being able to, you know, hold cards in their hands. Silent, if she gets Well-Laid Plans, which is, you're gonna be going for Well-Laid Plans pretty much always if you don't have Runic Pyramid anyway, you get to pick the exact card. She also has access to just more raw card draw than Watcher does. So having that energy next turn, you're just like, well, I've got a good chance that I'm going to be able to draw extra cards and make more use of that energy, regardless of which turn I get it. That sort of thing. Whereas, with Watcher, ideally, you're playing as many attacks as possible while in Wrath. So having the energy the turn you're playing the attack means you get to play more attacks while in Wrath. Which is also why I think, like, this does one less damage than Flying Knee does, but Silent doesn't have a double damage buff just baked into her kit. Okay, hopefully we can pull something. Oh, I want to hold up. At the start of your turn, okay. So this is like really slow scale. This is like your demon form. This is like, this doesn't do anything the turn you play it, and you get more and more and more value out of it as the fight goes on. I argue it's, well, no, you reach a point with Ironclad 2 where you're like, you have more strength than you'll ever need. Additional strength does not help, except for maybe like getting crazy full heals out of Reaper when you have like 140 max health and you're just like wham, and you heal like 110 or something. In those cases, yeah, you can still get value out of strength like above 40, but most of the time, like once your strength hits like 12, if your deck is otherwise reasonably well built, you're probably fine as far as damage scaling. And I think Deva form feels like a similar role, where it's just like, once you're at like 7 energy a turn, extra energy is just like icing on the cake. Makes card draw way better. But this feels like almost exclusively a boss fight card, unless you have Snecko-Eye. This seems like an incredible card with Snecko-Eye. Like, I'm not familiar enough with her card pool to be like the best Snecko to say that this is definitively the best Snecko synergy, but I think it's pretty good. We're gonna look at some more cards first. We know they're right here. I think I'm gonna try to take it. I'm gonna be a risky boy. Flying Sleeves is also pretty good. Okay. If I knew where the other Talk to the Hand was, I might go for that, but I don't, so we're just gonna take Deva form. Which could end poorly for me. Oh, it's ethereal. I didn't even pay attention to that. Ooh, ha, Is this the only official card artwork that actually features, like relics on it? Why does she have Juzu Bracelet, Singing Bowl, and Vajra? I don't get it. It being ethereal makes it quite a bit worse. Howdy, Pet Choi. Indeed. We started yesterday. I eventually just got impatient. I'm like, she hasn't changed at all in like 3 months. Like there have been a couple like really minor number twerks to things here and there to relics and stuff, but it's like at this point I think they're just doing translation. I think she's pretty much good to go, and they're still figuring out what to do with Runic Dodecahedron. So it's just like, you know what, I'm gonna have to learn how to play her sooner or later, and she seems like she's like 99% done. That being said, they kept changing, well, kept changing all the classes after they came out. I mean, there are changes to Ironclad, Silent, and Defect in this patch. So, like, none of the characters are, like, final, but that's fine. I also like this, that the cards that care about what attack was last played, they count, like, they track between turns. My last attack played, period, was an attack. Therefore, follow-up gives me an energy. It means you have to think a whole lot harder once scrying comes into play. I took this last time, and this was a really good card. I think this is actually, like... I think this is, like, Predator tier, as far as, like, damage uncommons. Like, this is... It doesn't look that good when you first look at it, because you're like, okay. It deals... I spend 2 energy to deal 18 damage. That's it. You're like, why is that good? Like, it's okay. Carnage deals 20 for 2. The Retain is super handy when you factor in the fact that Wrath Form exists, and you just sit on that smite. So, like, this goes from being an 18 damage attack to a 30 damage attack, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage, because you can just hold the smite. And that's what we did last time, so I'm going to click on that bad boy. The downside to that is then you, even on turns where you kind of want to be spending all of your energy blocking, you're like, I kind of want to play Carve Reality because otherwise I don't get the smite. Yeah, I'm starting to think this Deva form was a mistake considering the ethereal, but oh well. Yeah, like that. That was a bit overkill right there. Well, we found lesson learned. Sash Whip is also pretty good. I don't expect to get things soon to help with Deva form. Again, as I was explaining, this is a lot like Demon form in that it does absolutely nothing the turn you play it. And then after you hit a certain point, like additional benefits from it stop really mattering. Like I said, once you're at the point where you're at like 7, 8, 9 energy, it's like, you can't really do much. I've not seen an X card from her yet. I don't know what X cards she has. And same with Demon form. In most fights, once you're past like 12 strength, at least until you get to Act 3, once you're past like 12 strength, like, you're kind of fine as far as offensive output goes. Like I said, the one exception is if you're trying to get a really big Reaper off. And then, but I didn't realize when I was talking about that it's also ethereal. It being ethereal kind of, because then you can't just like play it at the right time like you can with Demon form. Even in sometimes in hallway fights, you've got like a nice time. It's like, oh hey, this is a nice time to play Demon form. Deva form's just like, no. It gives you the restriction that Echo form does without being as immediately useful as Echo form. Yeah, the upgrade gets rid of it. Because it's like, Echo Form is like, this card is so good, the turn, like, it's immediately impactful the turn after you play it. Like, you have to wait one turn, which is pretty much on par with most powers. Noxious Fumes literally doesn't do damage the turn you play it. You know, Footwork probably actually loses you block the turn you play it if you could have played a defend over the Footwork. And stuff like that. Yes, if you already have an Echo Form in play, then you get double Echo Form. But that's not really... That's not, like, what I would consider the main use scenario. And at that point, if you can play it and play something else, and, you know, not be in trouble, then you probably are either working with 5 energy, or have Snecko-Eye, or doing other bullshit. Like, there's so many other factors for that to, like, actually be really good. I've had 2 Echo Forms in my deck plenty of times, and, like, the second Echo Form is just turned into dust, because I'm like, I gotta do other shit this turn, and 1 Echo Form is already really strong. The second Echo Form is there, it's like, this is nice, this is cool, extra power. So, yeah, I don't know about Deva Form. I feel like Ethereal maybe makes it too weak. Then again, what would the upgrade on this be if it weren't Ethereal? Make it cost 2, I guess? It's like if Demon Form were Ethereal. That'd make it a lot worse. Anyway, we're gonna take Lesson Learned, because this permanently upgrades a random card in your deck. Anytime you kill something with it. So, yeah. Yeah. Or give it... I don't know that Retain is that useful on a card like that. Well, these are potions. Ancient Potion has some use against Gremlin Knob here. I feel like Blessings of the Forge is probably better, though. I say that having never played the potion. So, I actually have no idea. It's also a 4 damage upgrade on Carve Reality. Wow, it's a 4 damage upgrade on follow-up, too. That's a common. Eruption going down to 1 energy means you get to just whip out so much more damage. Follow-up is the kind of card that it's like, you might play it almost every time you see it because it's practically free a lot of the time. Which I think means I want to put the upgrade here. Because now it's like pretty decent. Even, well, it was already pretty decent, but now it's like honestly really good, even without being in Wrath. Yeah, Deva Form does not strike me as a particularly valuable thing to play here. Oh, I probably should have used a Strength Potion. Hold up, no, we're cheating. I didn't see any extra cards. Yeah, I should use a potion here. Mostly because, like, this one's not going to be that good. Because you often have a hand that's full of dazes. Because it might let me kill a Sentry or 2 a turn early. Well, looky here. What did I hit? Regular defend, I'll take it. Now, how dead can I make you? And then how dead will I be the turn after that? I got 12 damage. This is basically free because I'm in Calm right now, so I'll have 3 energy left. So that smite damage of 12 is not showing my strength gain. So that'll be 18 plus 30, which is 48. Wow. Yeah, no, I can make you real dead. And have energy to spare. Alright, so I just need to draw, like, one strike. Yeah, Eruption works. Carve Reality works. See you later. Interesting. This is also a good one. I've looked at this card a whole lot. I haven't played it yet. I've looked at it and been like, this seems like a good card. I don't know when I want it, though. Enter Wrath and draw 2 cards. Like, it sets you up to go completely fucking ham. However, Sands of Time is incredible. It costs 4 at the start. You hold on to it for a little while, wait for your Wrath turn, play it for maybe 2, go hit him for 40. We're gonna take. I've added 3 attacks. Ooh. Maybe this is too many. Yeah, Sands of Time's really good. When retained, lower its cost by 1 this combat. Considering there's a power that does the exact same thing for all your retained cards, you can double it up. It does mean you have to hold it for a while, but holding on to attacks and waiting for Wrath Form to just, like, unload on the enemy is kind of one of the main gameplay loops for Watcher. It's like, these all seem like good cards. I don't know which is the most goodest for right now. I'm going to take Sands of Time. Simmering Fury / Rushdown combo. Oh, yeah. Problem with Simmering Fury is it's a skill, which is always a problem in Act 1. And a little bit in Act 2. We're fighting... Oh. Never mind. We're fighting Slime Tony. We're probably fine. I keep wanting to call her Silent. Watcher seems to be, like, the one character who, like, just does not give a shit about Slime Tony at all. You can... If you got decent strength gain on Ironclad, you can actually kind of slap the shit out of him and get a really good split as well. But, I mean, in our first and only encounter with him so far, I destroyed him. Like, he didn't split. I just killed him. What am I doing? I'm upgrading a card. I'm pretty sure Lesson Learned can upgrade itself. Which is a bit of a slap in the face, but 26. No, that's a 4 damage upgrade, man. It's a 4 damage upgrade on a 1 energy card. Interesting. Alright, big boy. Alright, it's time to go ham, I guess. I think I got him. I think I got him. I think I got him. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, if you have the right hand, Watcher just, like, fucking runs a complete goddamn train on hallway fights and elite fights. She's just like, oh, you have 84 health? That's fucking cute. Watch me go insane! Alright, Frozen Egg. I was like, why the hell is this upgraded? Alright, I think I need to stop taking attacks at this point. Which probably means I'm not taking Battle Hymn either. Admittedly, Battle Hymn plus Day of... Like, it gives me something to do with all this energy from Day of Form. I probably need block cards at this point, though. We just fought Gremlin Knob. My health is so good that I'm probably going for another elite fight. I haven't added any block to the deck. And that feels like a thing a deck should be able to do. Empty Body just seems reasonable as well. Like, Flying Sleeves is a good attack for, like, the same reason that Sands of Time is a good attack. No, I'm gonna grab a block this time. Oh, shit. I didn't even wait for Lesson Learned. Oh, it exhausts, too. Crap. Alright, fine. I completely forgot about it. At this point, I'm basically hoping to redraw Lesson Learned before he's out of here. Please, please, RNGesus, let me draw the Lesson Learned. Because, like, I will kill him. I'm in Wrath stance. I get to hold these two cards. I'll absolutely be able to kill him. Yes. Hey! Hey, look at that. Also, I have, like, no idea what to make of this card. Deal 3 damage 3 times, enter Wrath, shuffle this card into your draw pile. Seems like a good card for fighting birds. And anywhere else? Fuck if I know. Do I want 2 empty bodies? Not really. Alright. I've clicked on Battle Him. Entering Calm is so good. Pen Nib? Oh. I'm gonna click on Pen Nib, because Pen Nib just seems like an insane relic on Watcher. And you're just like, huh, quadruple damage attack. You don't say. You know. What would that be? And then your smite, your 1 energy smite hits for 52 damage? Yeah, it seems pretty good. Problem is, I don't want more attacks. I think another block card, especially one that does not make me exit stance. I don't want too many cards that make me exit my stance. Like, I don't know what the balance is on, like, how much Wrath do I want, how much Calm do I want, how much exit stance do I want. I'm pretty sure all of that's dependent on what my energy and card draw situation is. I'm gonna click on that, because it seems alright. No Lagavulin, it seems. Battle Him seems like a really good card for this fight. I always have smites available. A little power symbol on the buff bar, I like it. Okay, hold up. 10, 34, 60? 24 plus 26 is 50. So I could just kill one of these guys right now, easy peasy. And then damage another guy. What am I drawing next turn? Yeah, I don't have the card draw. If I So I'm debating right now whether or not I exit Wrath. Because I'm getting another smite next turn. Because I can do it. Let's see. So that'll keep me at 3 energy. That'll keep me at 3 energy. Go down to 2 energy. Block for 12. So that's full block. But then I'm out of Wrath. Whereas, if I play this first, I can still block for 12, but then I'm taking 20. So I take 8 damage. And then I probably win. However, I'll only be attacked for 10 next turn. And I've got like a Defend Plus coming. I've got Third Eye coming. So I think I'm exiting my stance. So these two are 50 damage, so we'll hit this guy with it. I think I want to hit him with Eruption to try to kill him next turn so that I don't even take damage. Hey, I like it. I like it. Shit, this costs 2 energy. Crap. 13, 24, 35? Right? 13, 24, 35. There it is! Alright, well, now that it's upgraded itself, it can't do that again. No, I'm not liking this one. Take 5 damage here. I think that's fine. Oh, shit. I have no way of killing him without attacking, so... Bummer for me, I guess. What is... Oh! I was reading... I read the second tooltip first. I was like, upon exiting the stand... Upon exiting calm, gain 200... I'm like... That's what calm already does. Am I gaining 2 more? What? And it's like, oh, start each combat in calm. I do still full heal it. Slime Tony. That seems really good. Oh, hot damn. There are a lot of depiction of the champ in her artwork, it seems. I've seen like 4 different cards that have the champ or the champ's arm on them. Well, some of that's beta art, I guess. Yeah, this is just the silence version of Predator. Draws you the cards now, which seems good. Unfortunately, it's like, I don't think we're picking more attacks at this point. I feel like card draw that I get to hold on to and use whenever I like, that costs 0. It's like it shuffles it into my draw pile, which means I have to draw it first, and then it, so... So you can kind of think of it like machine learning. Yeah, I do have Deva form. You can kind of think of it like machine learning, except it's way better than machine learning, because I get to choose when I use it. The problem is I'll now have 2 cards that are putting cards in my hand every turn. Which... If there were no max hand size, I have a feeling the Watcher would, like, be quite a bit better, but... Yeah. I still think I'd take this. Hello. I have no money. Let's look at things. This one, whenever a card is retained, reduces cost by 1 this combat. I think this card is incredible. Wow, a lot of rares in this shop. Swivel. And that's the next attack period. Not the next attack this turn. The next attack. So this is really like... I feel like this is closer to a card like Dash than like a dedicated block card, because it only blocks for 8. But like it gives you offensive power on top of that. That's... Yeah, we're just keeping that as is. Eh. Oh yeah, I think I looked at that one. I haven't looked at this one though. Eh. Establishment. A lot of memes. A lot of memes. That's the Spider-Man meme, right? I think that's a Spider-Man meme. Yep. Alright, well, enough looking at beta art. Let's fight a slime boy. So what is my upgrade here? Scry, like, I don't even know how to value Scry. Like, how much better is Scry 5 than Scry 3? That gains 4 block, which is pretty much average for a 2-cost block card. 2 better, holy shit. Holy shit. You're absolutely right. feel like at this point an eruption upgrade gives me a lot of flexibility. Alright, let's fight the boy. So I also have to try to kill him with Lesson Learned. I guess that one doesn't put the card in my hand, it puts the card in my deck. No, I should have scryed first. I gain 2 extra energy next turn. So I'll have 5. So hold up. I'll have 4 smites in my hand. This damage does not count my strength. So I'll have 10 damage. These smites are at 13, right? I think they're at 13. I'm in calm because I have a magical teardrop locket, thank God. So 5 energy. I go up to 6 energy. 10 damage. He has 132 health left. Then again, I can hit him with a smite or a follow-up to lower that. 10 damage. 6 energy. Smite will be at 26. So 10... 36... 62... 93... No, that's not right. 98. No. What did I say? It's at 26? 62, yeah, 98. How many smites is that? Oh, that's 4 smites already. Take 2 energy on Lesson Learned. Pendib is at 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd have to play 1 more attack this turn. Right? So Eruption puts me... Eruption. Hold on. Eruption. Lesson Learned. Leaves me with 4 energy. Smite, 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 smite. No. I have to play 2 attacks this turn. How much... Oh, okay. 4 smites. Here, let's do it this way. 4 smites. 26 times 4 is 80 plus 24. So 104 damage. Plus 28 is 100. Oh, yeah, no, that's lethal. That's just lethal. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just take 26 here. Ouch my body. And then, like, completely unload? Wait. Oh, no, that's right. I was like, where the hell is my Lesson Learned? It was directly under Eruption. Bye. Alright, cool. Snecko Eye, yeah, draws 5 cards now. Oh. Draw cards until your hand is full. Exhaust. Yeah, no, we had way more than enough damage to kill him, even without the pen nib. Yeah, Pepet Choi. The potion should upgrade the smites as well. So, this hits my smites. It's like, if you look at it, it's like, all I've really got is Sands of Time. But no, I've got an extra smite. This means a turn after I get it, I can just play a free smite. Like, every time. It's like, oh man, my hand's getting too full of cards. Just play some free smites. That seems really good. That seems really good. Scrawl also seems really good. It's a whole lot of card draw. It's like Expertise, but way better. Like, way better. It's 3 cards better than Expertise Plus. Except this one exhausts. Anyway, we're gonna take Establishment Plus. Because, I mean, fuck turn 1, I guess. I have 2 innate powers. So now the extra energy from Deva form is suddenly not as relevant again because I can just make all the cards that I'm holding cheaper. No, I'm not gonna take Dome. I feel like this is Keytown. We have a Duru doll. We're going to Keytown. Strength is so good on Watcher, which is why they give her almost none of it. It's like, so they're basically like, they're like 3 real reasons why Strength is like super good on Ironclad specifically. 1, he's got a decent number of attacks that scale with Strength at better than a 1-to-1 ratio. And like 3 of them are common. It's like Twin Strike, decent, common. Sword Boomerang, yep, it hits 3 times or 4 times, and the big one's Heavy Blade, where it's like you upgrade it. Like, oh, if you got like 14 Strength, and even if they're not vulnerable, what is that? It's like an 84 damage Heavy Blade without vulnerable. It's kind of insane. I said 3 reasons, and I forgot what the second one was. I remember what the third... What was... Hold up. Lots of attacks that scale off of Strength. God damn it. I completely lost my train. The third reason is Reaper. Reaper's the third reason. Oh, right. The second reason is because he has he has the best access to Vulnerable, which is just a straight time-and-a-half multiplier. So it's like the bigger your damage already is, the bigger value you get out of Vulnerable. And then the third reason is because you can heal a shitload out of Reaper. And it's like, well, Silent kind of has one of those reasons. She's got a couple. She probably has the second best access to attacks that can scale better off of Strength. She's got some attacks that hit. She's got like Ragnarok that hits 5 times. You saw the one Tantrum hits 3 times. And that sort of thing. Fasting is Law Strength. Yeah, Fasting's the one where you can instead use that energy saved on the cards drawn by Insight. True. I don't think Insight... I don't think, like... This is not a lot of card draw. Like, realistically. Not enough card draw to make use of, like, 4 turns of Diva form being in play. Especially when I'm on 4 energy. I'd need, like, more cards that... I'd need more actual card draw in the deck. Extra card draw does mean, however, that I can see Lesson Learned more often. Well, we know how many we draw. I can't draw more. I can't draw more than... It only draws... It's only giving me a net 1 extra card a turn. Period. That's the equivalent to having... Well, I guess it's not a good analogy. That's enough to be, like, a good amount of card draw, I guess, is how I describe it. Because, like, if you think about, like, okay, imagine you're playing Defect or Silent, and, like, you don't have any card draw powers, which is not uncommon, since, well, Silent doesn't have one? Defect has, like, 2. Like, this will give you the amount of card draw that you'd want, but in power form. Instead of having, like, 4 backflips and 2 acrobatics, you just have Study, which is giving you an insight in your deck every turn. No, I see what you're saying. It's like, if I'm sitting at, like, 10 energy, I can, like, save up the insights, I guess? But it's just like, then it's basically like the world's worst ice cream, where instead of using all this card draw to spend my energy now, I use it to spend it later. And that has some validity because of the way her stances work, I should say. But, like, I'm also starting, like, I have so much fucking energy. I don't have enough card draw for all this energy. Deva Form is currently overkill. Without Deva Form, I think the energy and the card draw are, like, at parity with each other. This is not a shitload of card draw. This is a pretty decent amount of card draw. Yeah, Unceasing Top is not the superest. Anyway, let's look at places to go, things to do. Yeah, if I didn't have Battle Him, I wouldn't have even bothered with Establishment. I mean, it hits Protect, which is also huge. I miss the good old day. Didn't Protect originally block for like 16 or something? And it was just like, just an insane block card. And I think it's still like, basically your Glacier, or even at 12 block, I think it's basically the Washers, Glacier, or Leg Sweep. Oh, hey, we're fighting the champ. I'm pretty sure we fought the champ last night, and I basically bullied him into a shallow grave, because I just blitzed him for like 200 damage over 2 turns. You actually have, if he's not attacking the turn you enter Wrath and go apeshit on him, you actually have 3 turns. Because you have that turn, you have the turn where he's buffing after that, and then you have the turn after that to try to finish him off. Which is honestly, like, more than enough time to deal, like, 240 damage, 220. Last 6 rounds. It happens. It happens. I don't have a ton of money. Like, I want to go here. I don't really want to fight that super elite. Or maybe I do. Who knows? Yeah, that doesn't work out. Well, let's start climbing. So I probably want at least, like, one more way to enter Wrath in the deck at this point. I will play all of my powers. Master Reality? I don't know what Master Reality is. So this is going to go down by 2. This is going to become free. Yeah, I really need block cards that retain. It's like, I'd like to hold this Defend Plus right now. I'm gonna just, like, make use of my energy here. Yeah. Yeah. I sure can't block at all. Yeehaw. Playing Deva Form feels like a mistake. Interesting. Power that says anytime a card gets added to... Oh, right, that one. I don't know how necessary that is. Then again, I assume the upgrade to Insight becomes draw 3 cards, because what else would you upgrade on that card? It already costs 0. That would actually be... Oh no, yeah, it gets added to my deck. That would be pretty good. The Smite, I'm less worried about. I feel like her damage is pretty well taken care of. I could kill him right now. Perhaps I should. Yeah. Let's just blow a hole in his brain. Windmill Strike. Goes up by 4. There's a block card that's just like this. The problem with this is they've made this joke before in Meteor Strike. I don't think I need Windmill Strike. I think Sanctity is a card I want. I need more on-demand card draw. Like Study was on the bottom of my deck. I had to snack a oil to reach it. Well, it's not free. I have to wait 2 turns with Establishment. Yeah, having some on-demand, like, right now card draw. Because that's the thing with Study. It's like I have to draw Study and play it, and then I have to draw the Insights and play those. Fair enough. I only ever read half the words anyone types. Just FYI. Cool. I'm gonna take the Decay, because we have a Doo-Woo doll. Yeah. You'll have to pardon me, but my attention is somewhat split. I'm playing a video game that requires some amount of brain. If I type it twice... Well, no. Well, that's not how it works, mathematically. Mathematically, if it's a random 50% each time, if you type it twice, I'm going to read 75% of all the words. And then you keep cutting the amount that I don't read in half every single time. I'd like to stop drawing Lesson Learned on turn 1. Yeah, I need more block in this deck. Badly. Yeah, this one definitely sucks. Yep. That's some suckage. I'm gonna kill a dude. Oh, wow. I'm gonna kill 2 dudes? Yeah. As much as I would very much like to... It's like, fuck, if I had Lesson Learned that turn, I could've just, like, played it and been fine. I don't think I want Foresight. Scrying is also kind of like drawing cards. It also lets me set up some turns a bit better. But I feel like I'm getting too many powers in the deck. I've got 4 already. Yeah, we're going to skip that one. I have 7 block cards in the whole deck. Yeah, no, that's kind of bad. She only starts with 4 defends. Oh, sorry, 8. I missed Vigilance. Yeah. Gambler's Chip. Yeah. Gambler's Chip is, like, always good. It's a really good rare relic. I don't think you need a lot of card draw for Scry to be... to like, use Scry. Because, like I said, you can kind of set up future turns a bit better. Like, being like, oh, hey... There's an eruption there, and these guys have low enough health that if I draw, like, these 3 attacks, I can just win the fight. So here, let me get rid of these 2 defends that are sitting next to, the eruption, and stuff like that. One that deals damage on discards, I have no idea. I either never seen it, or I saw it so long ago that I don't remember it. Rive, you say. How many innate cards can we jam in this deck? Also, do I need more strength? No. I have a cursed key. That's gonna give me enough curses, I think. I'm not being attacked right now. I could play Deva Form, or I could play every other power in my deck. And I think we know which one I'm gonna do. 3 damage on discard. Interesting. Oh, for silent. You're talking about Tingsha. Yeah, you can't get that with you can't get that on Watcher. That's a silent only relic. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as discarding cards. Anyway, when you scry into your graveyard. Really? No, that's what I'm saying. That was the mechanic I was specifically talking about. Oh, gambler's chip. Yeah, 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 obviously. This becomes cheaper. That's a good turn. I like that turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill this guy now. First, if I can dig for lesson learned. Fuck off. Okay, good news is you're dead. You're dead, boy. There are only 4 cards left, right? Yeah. So I'm guaranteed to draw lesson learned next turn. You know what? We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait on it. Uh-huh. That does 56 damage. 60 damage, I'll take it. I like that. I like that upgrade. More block, please. I don't tend to block very often. I can see this being really good with the card that gives you block every time you swap stances. Because, like, if you've got your deck built right, you can swap stances like 6 times in a turn or some absurd bullshit. And you really, at that point, like, even if you get like 2 or 3, well, that actually might still be good. Applies 1 week to all enemies. But it doesn't block itself. But it applies weak, which still reduces damage. Wallop is also kind of good. Because the whole point around Wallop, especially we've got Duvudol, is you try to play it in Wrath and then exit Wrath. So, like, I've got guaranteed 2 strength. So play it in Wrath, deal 22 damage, gain 22 block, exit Wrath. Only works with unblocked damage. It's also an attack. I have not removed a strike from my deck yet. Ugh. I'm gonna take Wave of the Hand, and we're gonna learn. We're gonna find things out. I think I'm also gonna upgrade Wave of the Hand. I feel like maybe my deck's like too big because I don't know like which cards to take, so I'm just like, oh, this one looks good. Let's take that one. Yeah, no, that's a bad hand. That's a bad hand right there. Oh, my bones. Yep. Yep. You found them. My bones, that is. Wow. Yeah, wow, this deck... Those sure aren't cards that block at all. I still only have 1 card that enters Wrath and 1 card that enters Calm. And at this stage, I feel like that's like too few. It's like, fuck, there's so many things. It's like with the other 3 classes, like I feel like she needs more stuff in her deck. Because she needs all the stuff that the other classes need. You need upfront damage, you need scaling damage, you need, you know, you need upfront block, you need scaling block, or other damage prevention. You need AoE. You need to make sure you can deal with transient, yada 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 yada. But like, you need card draw, you need energy. But like, she also needs to be able to like maneuver in her stances, which require like more cards dedicated to them. I think maybe that's why the scry mechanic is there, so that it's like all these extra cards that you have to put in your deck are not as bad because you can just like, shove them to the side, I guess. I have no idea. 14. Fuck. Need a burrito. I've got a miracle here to play study. Better chances lining up for blocking or attacking in the next turn with Scry. Yeah. That's not... That doesn't save me, does it? Nope. I die exactly. Could have had six extra block here. Well, borked that one. GG. Okay. Okay, but we're learning. Edumacation is happening in the brain space. Yeah, it's like learning which like whale options are good for her. Because from what I've seen, it seems like by quite a large margin, Random Boss Relic is way better for her than the other three characters. Like half of the fights in that last run, I literally didn't even play the Miracle. Gotta incorporate more stance maneuver. Maybe. Or maybe that was just a run that I was gonna lose to Slavers. Because, like, it's not like I never lose to Slavers on the other three classes. And that's the other hard part. It's like, did I die because I did something wrong? Well, even on the other classes, yeah, you did something wrong. But, like, what? What did I do? Yeah, Slavers are, overall, I'd say the most difficult Act 2 elite. Because the other two, like, there are very clear ways of how you deal with them. Like, there are very specific cards that's like, okay, if you've got these cards, you can probably just hose these fights. Whereas Slavers is just like, the only one I can think of is Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion's probably, like, the single best card in that fight. As far as just, like, once, because you already want to just, like, slam all of your hate on Backslaver. Well, you're likely taking damage in any elite fight, generally, unless your deck is, like, crazy stacked. But it's like, you know. I'm gonna take a common route. We're gonna keep trying with pure water and see how that goes. Sorry, I have a natural reflex when it comes to anyone mentioning setup in chat. I don't choose to... Oh, I see. You got it out of, like, an astrolabe or something? We've all been there. We've all been there. It's like, it's not that you can't use setup to do good things. It's that the good things that you do with it are not super impactful. Yeah. Well, Astrolabe does transform. Transforms and upgrades. So it either you upgraded that setup yourself or you had a Toxic Egg. Yeah, Astrolabe is pick 3 cards. Transform and upgrade them. Whereas Pandora's boxes transform all your strikes and defends, but they don't get upgraded unless you have the eggs. The eggs. I would sure like to not go through another... Well, you know, we kind of like stomped the shit out of all the elites in the last act. I don't know about that Dreamcatcher. Greetings, Demon King. How's it going? How dead can I make all the dudes? Oh. Not very. Bummer. I wonder what rarity that locket was. Hit you for 12. Just end turn, because it's like any attack will kill him. Even while weakened. Excuse me. I also, like... This is like a reverse clash? Best familiar ever, yeah. Because it's like, it doesn't get hosed when you, like, have a burn in your hand. 30 damage for 2 isn't even that good. As we've established with Carved Reality, does, like, the same damage if you're in Wrath for the smite half of it? Yeah. What's the upgrade? Nah. We'll take Flying Sleeves. Flying Sleeves is alright. Do we want to be saucy boys? Well, I think I've made that decision. Yeah, when you have, like, all your Calm and Wrath cards, like, so close together, it's not that bad. You can be like, yeah, I'll enter Wrath this turn, and I've got a pretty good chance of being able to get out of Wrath next turn. The stance you deal... Okay, so this just, like, lets me pick a stance and I go into it. This card... I'm not sure what I'm... This seems like it's a reference to something, but I don't know what. This card seems terrible. Choose one of 3 attacks of any color to add into your hand. Exhaust. It's like... Infernal Blade is not that good a card. You'd rather just have an attack. Almost always. If you're looking for random attacks, that means the attacks in your deck need to be better. And so you should be looking for those. Foreign Influence is like... Yeah, it's the same deal. Like, you have to play 2 cards, which matters in a couple of fights. You have to play a skill, which matters in a couple of fights. And you're gonna get attack... Sometimes you're gonna get... It's not even free. It's like, you're like, oh, this card costs 0. Infernal Blade costs 1. Infernal Blade makes the attack you get cost 0, though. And you have to upgrade this, which I think is way bigger, because off of Infernal Blade, it's like, you know... You're like, oh, cool, Bludgeon. Yeah. Like, you can do some synergy stuff, maybe, I guess. But it seems bad. This is another one that's like... Your next attack deals 5 damage. Again, that's not your next attack this turn. That's your next attack, period. So, like, you can use it with stuff like Flying Sleeves, because Flying Sleeves hits twice. You can get, like, a couple of Wreath of Flames and, like, try to jack up, you know, something that hits twice or 3 times, or in the case of Ragnarok, 5 times, and just, like, unload that way. Especially if you enter Wrath after. So, like, I think it's probably... I have no idea how good this card is. It might actually be really good. It might not be very good at all. It might be okay. I have no idea where on the spectrum it is. Because, like, the more I think about it, it's like, well, let's say I'm in a boss fight and I, like... It means I have to not play any other attacks, though, in between. Maybe having one of them, because Flying Sleeves retains. So this is basically kind of like having a second Flying Sleeves. Kind of. I get slightly more damage out of it, but that slightly more damage gets amplified with Wrath form. Thing is, I don't get to retain this one. Similar to a double tap? No, I think this is better than double tap. Again, this is not the next attack this turn. This is your next attack, period. The problem with double tap is you have to have the really good attack in hand at the same time, and the energy to play both, while also being able to block whatever damage is coming in. If it's like, well, I need to play... If I need to use this energy to block, so I can't double tap and do the thing, then you're like, fuck. Wreath of Flame is just like... You can sit on it. You can sit on it. Like, you can play, like, 4 Wreath of Flame. You can, like, keep cycling your deck and just, like, hold on. And like I said, because you get to double the damage out of it as well if you enter Wrath form first. Unfortunately, our only way of entering Wrath is an attack, so I can't actually do that right now. Because, like, if I Wreath of Flame, the Wreath of Flame will go on my Eruption instead of Flying Sleeves. Only rare. I don't know if that's true. I think it might be decent. I think I should be viewing this like Deadly Poison right now, where it's like... I think it's actually good, but Gremlin Knob. Oh, also we have to fight 3 elites. The one that enters calm and draws 2. Enters wrath, yeah. This one's also good. But I think I need attacks here. I'm gonna skip. I've added 1 attack to the deck, then I will remove 1 attack from the deck. One more? What the fuck is this? I've heard tales of the tungsten rod. And that it can be really busted. Like, really busted with the right setups. I don't know how busted it is with Watcher, though. So, for instance, well, one, this hoses, like, the first couple turns of the bird fight. You're just like, two, for, like, silent, it gets rid of all like, if you're intangible and you're just like, I'm taking damage, I'm still taking damage from Beat of Death, I'm still taking damage from the times 15 attack, I'm still taking damage, you know, here or there. It's just like, nah, Tungsten Rod reduces 1 to 0. As I understand, it works in the best way possible with Tori, in that if they're hitting you for 6 damage, Tungsten Rod reduces it to 5, and then Tori reduces it to 1. And if they're hitting you for 5 or less, Tungsten Rod, or Tori, they activate in a different order depending on which is beneficial. This is what I've heard. Like, so if they're dealing 5 or less, Tori activates, reducing it to 1, and then Tungsten Rod activates, reducing it to 0. And then there's all the Ironclad powers that deal 1 damage to you each turn. Tungsten Rod's just like, nah. You just don't take the damage. So that was probably worth. And then there's also the fact that it just reduces all damage I take by 1 every time. It's like, that's, even without the other effects, it's probably at least as good as Oddly Smoothstone. So yeah, it's Oddly Smoothstone with some potentially very powerful interactions thrown on top of it. Well, if my Vigilance weren't in my hand literally right now, I might be a little more willing to enter Eruption. However, can I kill you, maybe? 9 plus 16 is 25. Meaning I'll have 31 more damage. It's doable, but I have to draw all 3 strikes. If I don't do it, I'm still fine, because he'll only be hitting me for 12. Which means it's time to go ham. I drew all 3 strikes, die. Yeah, being able to blitz someone for like 36 damage on turn 2 is just like not something the other classes get to do on floor 5. Take another Flying Sleeves? Sure. Alright, yeah, this seems like a perfect time for a regen pot. We're not quite so well equipped as we were last time to deal with these guys. Tungsten. My favorite metal. I'm probably gonna have to use these now, as opposed to like trying to wait for Eruption. Well, I'll hold 1. Yeesh. Tastes nothing like tongue. I wouldn't know. Wait, I could just go up. No, then I skip a bonfire. Fuck. Yeah, well, we'll see where we're at after this. And then I became even more vigilant. Why would I do it like that? Why wouldn't I have played 2 defense and just taken 0 damage? No, that was dumb of me. That was a poor decision on my part. I will be at floor 7 after this, yes. Yeah, Eruption's pretty bad when every other card in your hand is a daze. Damn, Carve Reality was a really good block card, or attack card. I sure wish I still had it. Are we fighting Slime Tony again? We are. I'm not sure I've fought Guardian with Watcher yet. I don't think it's actually happened. Of course. Of course. Get out of here. Alright, well that took most of my HP. Bowling Bash would have been a really good card to have before this fight. I feel like the Scry 2 draw card is like really handy to have with Eruption in your hand. I could be wrong. Why am I going this way? I have 30 health. Yeah, I'm gonna take Protect. It's just like that good of a block card. Cool, we found the knob. Okay. Oh, you can't make this. You can't do the same meme twice. This is the Immolate beta art. You can't do that. Hacks. Anyway, we're gonna enter Wrath, and then I can hold the flying sleeves actually, and do it like this. I quite possibly did not need to use both of those potions. Well, good news is I won the fight. Do I want Crescendo now? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, Perpetuate. There's Deva Form again. Remember when I played Deva Form exactly once last run? It gave me a grand total of 3 energy over 2 turns. And then I won the fight. I'm gonna take Crescendo. Mostly because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I've got 1 potion again. If we make it through this fight, I heal for like 9,000 health. Because I have Meat on the Bone and Regal Pillow. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Oh, Protect's a good one. Yeah, Protect's a really good one. They also have, like, way less health. And I've got a relevant potion for the fight. Okay. Just barely can't kill this idiot. Full block. Okay, so we're gonna draw both of the cards that enter Wrath. How dead can I make all the dudes? I have 3 energy left, so I get to play all my cards. 16, 16, that kills him. 14 plus 9. Just barely doesn't kill this guy. But I can try to kill him next turn. Okay. So I want to do this first. Interesting. Okie dokie, here we go. We're gonna draw some cards. I see. Okay, we take 8 damage, 7 damage even, which... Do I want to stay... What am I drawing? I'm drawing 1 strike. Yeah, we're not staying in Wrath. Okay. Full block this. Got Crescendo. We're in... Hold up, how much damage is this? 6... No. 12... Plus 14... 26? And I get to scry? And I get to draw. Yeah, fuck both of those. Okay. Still, I drew myself basically 3 cards closer to the next attack. I only need 1. I only drew 1. Okay, I took 7 damage, gained 12, had to use a potion. I'd consider that a pretty good Sentry's fight. Oh! Yep, Whenever you scry, gain block. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, I feel like she's got a couple, like, scaling defensive powers that you really need. Otherwise, you just, like, can't block the damage output from enemies. And I think this might be one of them. Rushdown's also really good, but I like blocking. I'm gonna not nap, because I'm still in the meat zone. Right now I've only got 1 card that scries. Yeah, this seems like a pretty... What does this do? 0. I still think this is an eruption upgrade. I haven't card removed yet, have I? Give me tons of money. I will buy 2 potions, thank you. Ooh. Those are good. Those are really good potions. Hey, that's an apotheosis. That's always a good one. What is this? Liquid memories. She's like, oh, right. We've seen this one before. This one seems like a really good card. Okay. Obviously, be gone, regret. Draw 2 cards, exit your stance. What do I buy? What do I buy? I've got a lot of options in front of me. I can basically buy, like, any 2 things. And depending on which 2 those are, I can buy maybe a little bit more. Apotheosis is obviously good. I don't feel like there are enough really good, like... I don't know how good Nirvana is to say, like, I definitely Dolly's Mirror Nirvana here, so I'm not going to do that. And I think Bag of Prep is probably the next one. No, I don't want Empty Fist. I feel like this deck is a lot less capable of smorking Slime Tony into the dust. Then again, if I get, like, a turn 1 Apotheosis, it might be fine. I say that because I'm thinking of not napping. And instead upgrading Apotheosis. Okay. Napping gives me a ton of health. And I get to look at a card. Worst case scenario, we've got 2 reasonable potions to use. Yeah, we're upgrading that bad boy. Okie dokie. Let's get this show on the road. Well, I drew all my block, so the turn he attacks me for 38 is going to be a fun one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I play Eruption here, I lose. Maybe not. What do I get? 9, 16, 32. Get like 41 damage. Actually, can if I play this first? No, that doesn't work. No, I think I definitely want to enter Calm. Okay, we get to hold the Protect. What is this? How do you scry gain 3 block? I get 1 less block if I play Apotheosis versus Defend, but then all my cards are upgraded. Wait, no, I'd play Protect over Vigilance. That makes way more sense. Okie dokie. Crescendo for the mana? On the turn I'm being attacked for 38? Or you mean play Crescendo and then Vigilance? I guess that was doable. Yeah. No, you're definitely right. No, I gotta start hitting him now, even if I can't use all this energy. Should've hit him with a strike. Should've hit him with a strike instead of a Flying Sleeves. That way I'd still have the Flying Sleeves for this turn. Yeah. Well, I didn't kill him. And I'm in Wrath, so this could end poorly. For them, apparently. Yeah, bye. What was the next card? It was Flying Sleeves. I actually think maybe... Well, hold up. What's 34 minus 18? It's 17, isn't it? Which would put Flying Sleeves just 1 damage shy of actually killing him. I think I'm gonna just de-slime here. I don't want to split him if I can't kill him. Oh my fucking god. Well, okay. Apparently I can't do math. Upgraded. They're upgraded Flying Sleeves. Never mind. Should have hit him. Should have hit him. Get out of here. Alright, we got Meat Magic. Perfect. I basically lost like 4 health. Taking Lesson Learned. Mostly because I don't think these ones are very good.
I'm feeling
and
fat
2 miracles.
and sassy.
Thank you very much for the follow, Chicken MC2. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. Okay. I already looked at that one. I think I've looked at this one. Yeah. No, we're gonna take Lesson Learned. Black Star? Black Star? Add 3 miracles to your hand. I have no idea how good that is. Considering how bad her regular relic is like 3 times as good? How good is 3 times as good as bad? That's the real question. I have an Apotheosis. Why the fuck did I pick Lesson Learned? God damn it. You say as you murder elites. Do you remember how our last run ended? I think it had something to do with an elite fight. The first elite fight that I fought in Act 2, in fact. Pretty sure they dunked me. Because the deck couldn't block at all. This deck's like slightly better at blocking. Because it has Protect and I can upgrade my Defends. Hey, Arizentov, how's it going? Holy water seems to me like kind of like charge battery, maybe. Except I also, it's not even like maybe slightly worse than charge battery, because charge battery does not replace your starting relic. I'm gonna take the star. You shaved your beard, congratulations, or I'm sorry for your loss, whichever is appropriate to the way you're feeling about it. I don't know your thoughts on your beard. I don't know what beardly things occur to you in your brain. Wow, yeah, no, we're not going that way. I don't like that the second bonfire is after the first, after the second elite here. But that's a bummer for me, I guess. 3 or 4 wigs? Damn. Damn. That's a lot of wig. I have 3 energy. Fuck me. This sucks. I've yet to make Nirvana good. This dude attacks every single turn. Makes me sad. Yeah. Yeah, give me that Apotheosis, why don't you? Be over here taking 3. 2! Man, Tungsten Rod. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, entering Wrath. Well, I have Vigilance right here. Yeah, why don't we take the time to just, like, wail on this guy a bit? This blocks for 9. It does deal 18 damage. But we're gonna be nice, safe boys. Cultivating Tony. I've never named my facial hair before, and I don't expect to in the future. Die? Crescendo comes pre-upgraded? Sure. Wow. That's not much of an upgrade. No, I figured that one out. Orishintoff. Yeah, I don't think we're looking for attacks at the moment. I think we're looking for things that aren't attacks. And we're definitely not looking for prostrate. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Because we're still on 3 energy. I could be convinced to take a deflect in this situation, I think. Thing is, you gain dexterity on silent, so deflect gets a lot more powerful. Because I don't actually like it. The only reason I ever have a beard or mustache is because I'm too lazy to consistently shave it. So basically, I just go until my mustache starts getting in my mouth when I eat, and then I'm like, nope, time to go. We're actually getting pretty close to that point right now. I think I'm going to not do that, Argentov. I think I'm gonna continue shaving it. You need like, I feel like you need like 2 mantra cards before mantra starts becoming decent. I want to see where this deal is going. If I... no. I mean, sure. Yeah, that's the deal. If I let it grow for 1 full year, you'll donate. You know what? That's a deal. I'll grow my beard for 1 year, and then you donate $500. I agree. Starting today. January 4th. Well, that's not what you said. You didn't say I can't shave it. You said I had to let it grow. No, you didn't. You didn't say I couldn't shave it. My beard still grows if I shave it. I'm gonna take prostrate because I lost control of my life. Ah, suck my dick. I'm gonna take the decay because tungsten rod gets rid of like half the problem. No shave. No shave, no deal. I've got a meat on the bone and a regal pillow. We're gonna do this. Oh wow. Tungsten rod actually prevents one of the damage. I will absolutely remove a strike, good sir. Okay, I gotta get through 2 fights, but that's fine. Suck on my dick. Eruption's actually kind of bad here. I'll do this because it gains mantra, I guess. So far, yeah. Oh. Well, that's a big bag of flying fuck. Shit. Of course, it's the ones after. So it's like if I block, 6 of the block gets eaten by this idiot. Ooh, Miracle Plus. Yeah. I'm gonna use that now. So I take 9. Shit. I need more ways to enter calm. If I were in calm right now, I'm pretty sure I could just, like, smork this dude with lesson learned. Yeah, I could at least hit him 4 times. What is that? 6? Fuck. Can't do it. Don't have the energy, man. It's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't like her pretty much. She is too strong yet. Oh, hey. Still didn't draw the 1 card in my deck that makes me enter calm. Yeah, the ordering on how they're attacking is, like, not very much to my liking. Vigilance, then Crescendo. No, that doesn't do anything. Well, it gains me 14 block, I guess. No, that really doesn't help very much. Yep. So this way we actually don't take damage. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. No, I don't think I want to use my Crescendo to do the same job that Flying Strike can already do. Now that I'm in Vigilance, I don't have enough energy to, like, fucking play with the cards. God damn it. Or not, you know what I mean. I'm in Calm. So, if I enter Wrath, my cards will do, like, normal people damage. I can actually kill this guy. Then I can't get out of Wrath. He's about to go to 3 strength. Seems like a bummer for me. Okie dokie. Oh! Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one right there. Can I kill you? 9 plus 12 is 21. Yes. Yes, I can. Thank you, Jesus. In fact, even if I couldn't kill you, I could knock him down. Are we fighting Hexaghost? Yeah. Hexabird. I'm just gonna click on Talk to the Hand. I'm gonna click on it. I have not fought an Elite Boy yet. How ham do I want to go this turn? Because I can go pretty ham. Hold up. 8 becomes 16, 32, 42. Wow, I actually can't kill. No, 52. I still fucking... What? It's like reverse choke. Yeah, except it lasts the whole fight. It's not just the turn you play it. Again, that's kind of a theme with her. It lasts the whole fight. It puts a debuff on them. That's whenever you attack them. Yeah, it's actually good. Unlike choke. Yeah, good for the heart. It's good for, like, any longer single target fight. Alright, well, since my hand sucks... Yeah, you can. If you have multiple Talk to the Hands. It exhausts. So you have to have multiple copies of the card, or, like, the spoon or something. And it comes with all the downsides of it being a debuff, in that it gets hit by artifacts, etc. This seems like a really hard turn to play well. That's not true. It's that the ability to play well in this turn is not very high. It's like, that's it. That's the play. Well, Fairy in a Bottle's a lot better, so that's something to look forward to. I might be using it here. Talk on the guy. Double Nirvana? What? I don't know what you're trying to say, Arigentov. Let's see. We're already in meat bonus. I don't get any extra energy because I'm not in calm. Yeah, I definitely want like one more card that lets me enter calm. This crescendo, I feel like, would be a lot better if I had more access to calm, because right now I have twice as much access to wrath as I do calm. And I feel like you probably want the ratios flipped. You probably want twice as much access to calm as wrath, or at least as much, if not more. Well, the problem is the rest doesn't kill him. And then he's hitting me for 12, and then next turn he's hitting me for 22. And then I'll be in Wrath, and... like, this guy could... well, no, he won't be hitting me for 31, because he's not making me vulnerable this turn. But this guy could actually be hitting me for 21 damage next turn. And if I'm in Wrath for that, that becomes 42 damage. I've got a pretty high chance of drawing Vigilance thanks to the Cut-Through Fate. want to do this. Hold up. How much damage is in here if I'm in Wrath form? 18, 30, 44. 44, 60, 76, 86. That's not enough to actually kill him. Which means I'm playing Talk to the Hand before Eruption. Because all that damage is not enough to kill him anyway, so I may as well get the extra block here. Okay. Oh, you're talking about this guy. Yeah, it's a very good thing that I drew Vigilance this turn. Oh boy. I'm just full blocking right now. It feels bad. Yikes. Fucking yikes. Yeah, considering it adds 2 more dazes to the deck. He's still alive. Well, time to use that fairy in a bottle. Yeah, I think maybe my choice in targets was poor. Didn't even make it to the first elite. Fuck. I don't see how I make it out of this. Oh wait, that just upgrades the mantra. Oh, tungsten rod! Yeah, we're dead. How much damage is this? 18, 31, 41, 50? Hold the phone. We're still in it! We're still in it! I'm aware of the potion. I'm aware of the potion. How dead can I make you? Can I make you all the way dead? 18, 36. Yeah, that does it. Wait, no it doesn't. Apparently I don't know how to do math. Like, at all. Well, I don't see any better play. Well, Talk to the Hand sure did a whole lot for me. GG. Oh, tungsten rod. Tungsten rod. Tungsten rod. Tungsten rod. We tried. We tried. Well, I feel like I learned some things. Specifically, Watcher's hard. Hold up. We've only got 7 more minutes, and I'm a sleepy boy. So, I'm actually gonna take a second to, like, look at her cards. And, like, just try to, like, absorb, like, yeah. I get Crush Joints. Last card played was a skill. Like, I think this is also, like... Having a single Crush Joints plus in your deck, I feel like is really valuable. Because, again, you get that huge damage amp, and I think that's probably her only access to Vulnerable. Consecrate actually seems pretty good, though I've never taken it. Because, like, 5 damage to all enemies for 0 is not that bad. Especially when you factor in Wrath. Yep. Like, I don't know how... I know these are pretty good. I don't know how good they are, though. All the exit your stance stuff. Flurry of Blows, this seems good. Like, I conceptualize this as basically kind of like the anger of, Watcher. Whenever you switch stance, you just get it back. It's just a zero-cost attack, does some damage. You can keep playing it again and again and again. Like, what's her best attack common? Because it's like, overall, for Silent, it's Poison Stab. For Defect, it's Ball Lightning. What is Ironclad's best attack common? His attack commons all just kind of serve like a different kind of purpose. I'm not sure any of his really stand out. It's like once you get to the uncommons, I think. Well, hold up. Maybe I'm... Oh, right, Clothesline. It's probably Clothesline. Yeah, let's actually look at them. Yeah. I think it's Clothesline. Just looking at the commons, like, getting prepared for Act 1 Elites. But it's like, for her, what is it? What would it have to be? It might be Flying Sleeves? Ugh. It feels so low power. It's like, it's a dagger spray that hits one target. But again, you can retain it as Wrath. Follow-up? Yeah, follow-up was the other one I was thinking about. But again, it's like kind of like Flying Knee. It's really the fact that Wrath is a thing that you can do that makes it like actually playable, I think. I think Just Lucky's probably the worst one. She's kind of builds... Yeah. Cracked Whip also seems pretty good. God, I love... This, hold up. We need to look at all the beta art. While we're looking at cards, I've looked at this, looked at this, looked at this, looked at this. What's Bowling Bash? Eh. I don't understand, so we'll leave it as is. Yep, that's fine. Crush Joints. Cool, I guess. Now, keep with the original. That's like the same thing. Yeah, this is another one. It's like, that's the champ's arm and that's the champ's sword. Ooh, that's actually got really good artwork on it. Kind of like the meme, though. Good old meme face. Perfect. Yeah, we've already got the beta art. Already got it. You know what? Let's just pop out. Yeah, so it's like... This seems like her Shrug It Off? / Backflip? But then again, this also seems like a Shrug It Off / Backflip. If you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know which of these is better in which situations. This one blocks more. So maybe it's kind of like a leap versus charge battery thing. This one only blocks one more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate this. It's kind of like Worst Poison? But Poison's pretty good, so Worst Poison's not that bad. Yeah, Cut Through Fate's also pretty good. You know, yeah, it might actually be Cut Through Point. It doesn't exactly equal Poison. No, it's not better Poison. It's worse Poison. It only deals damage when you play pressure points. Poison deals damage every single turn. I'm aware it stacks. Poison also stacks. Poison, how good Poison is directly proportional to how much poison you can have, which is why Poison Potion is not a very good potion outside of Silent. And it's actually like a really good potion if you've got, you know, even a single Noxious Fumes. I understand how the card works, but I'm saying, as far as I'm aware, there's no other card that interacts with it in her whole card pool, which makes it, like, mediocre at best. It's like if Deadly Poison and Poison Stab if those were the only poison cards in the game, they'd be a lot worse. They'd be a lot worse. Because poison gets better and better the more of it you have. Because it's just more and more damage per turn. And that's the same with Pressure Point. And sure, it's got a bigger number on it than Poison Stab does. But it doesn't have a bajillion synergies that Pressure Points does. Protect is common. So, like, I feel like this is her standout common block card. Like, I was comparing her other stuff to Shrug It Off and Backflip because those cards both block and draw cards. This doesn't draw anything, but I feel like this is her staple block card as opposed to one of her card draw ones. Have I looked at this? I did. Right. Gotta keep that Pokemon reference. Let's see if we can find anything new. It's like, Battle Hymn seems pretty decent. It's a good way to make sure that you've got consistent access to damage for Wrath turns. Yeah, Carve Reality, this feels like... nice. This feels like a really solid uncommon. Damage uncommon. I've not seen this card. Put a Miracle Plus in your hand at the start of your next X turns. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So you basically bank in a bunch of energy now for a bunch of energy later. I can see that being useful, especially if you've already got, like, all your scrying retaining stuff set up so that you can actually, like, set up really big turns. Conclude. Oh! That's okay. It's not, like, crazy good. I don't think. You think of, like, 12 damage to all enemies. Die does 13. And exhausts. But, like, Die is not that good. Because the damage number is not crazy high. You compare it to a card like Immolate. Immolate is... I'd say Immolate's definitely better. I did view upgraded. It's a 4 damage upgrade. That's really good. The problem is, it's like Conclude is not Conclude Plus. You have to upgrade it. And unless I'm in Act 1, I probably have more important upgrades than a 4 damage upgrade on an AoE attack. Again, like, I might be particularly worried about Reptomancer or Gremlin Leader or something, in which case it might be a decent upgrade. I'm aware. I'm aware of how much damage Immolate does. That's why it's good. It does 28. What's it unupgraded? 21? I just said I'm aware of how much damage Immolate does, and then here I am. Yeah, 21. Well, if you do damage cost, you're not thinking hard enough. Because there are 2 resources in this game. Your energy and card draw. You have to play Conclude. You have to draw and play Conclude twice to get more damage than what you deal with Immolate. It does a bit more damage. It's a bit more efficient on energy. It's half as efficient on card draw, basically. Which is why I said Immolate's a better card. Immolate just, like, ends fights. Like, just outright. Throughout, like, all of Act 1 and the first half of Act 2. If you got, like, a Thunderclap, or Necronomicon, Pennib. I'm aware Immolate adds burns. My point is, the fights where Immolate is really good, it doesn't matter that it adds a burn, because Immolate ends, or very nearly ends the fight by itself. So, like, that burn does not necessarily become super relevant. Obviously, once you get into boss fights, Yeah, exactly. Well, what? Are you suggesting this is really good scaling damage? Because it's not. 16 damage for 1 energy is not nearly enough for the challenges you face. For the challenges where you need scaling damage. Like, they're both burst damage. One of them's a better burst damage card. It's not... You know what? I'm done talking about Conclude. I've never seen this card, and the artwork looks... Oh! Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one a lot. VR headset. It's Carve Reality, but for block. The problem is, it only blocks for 4. It blocks for 16 for 2 energy without upgrade, which is pretty good. Yeah, so even... Okay. I think Deceive Reality... I don't know if it's weaker or stronger. Or maybe the same. So my thought is... With Carve Reality, you can play the Carve part and save the Smite for later. And you can do that anytime you can justify spending the energy to do it. With Deceive Reality, on turns where you don't need the block, playing the Deceive Reality to get the safety afterwards is kind of a little bit wasteful. Gives you access to safety, which you just get to hold, which is really handy. On the other hand, it's a block version of Card Reality, which having consistent block is way more important than having consistent damage. You can do burst damage, because when you do damage, outside of having to spend energy on it, is not contingent on how much damage your opponent is doing. Having burst block is nowhere near as valuable unless you control when you get that burst block. Because if you have burst block on a turn where you're not being attacked, and then don't have the burst block on a turn where you're taking 41 damage, you're just like, fuck me. You need your block a lot more consistent. It's weird that, like, both these cards do basically the same thing and yet allow you to do the thing that you want to do with that type of card. This lets you get consistent block. This lets you get burst damage. Because it lets you hold the Smite. I really like that. I don't know what to think of this card. Carve having 2 more points is basically irrelevant. Almost every attack card has higher numbers on it than block cards, because you'd want it that way. If you swapped the value, if you like 1-to-1 like swap the value of every like attack card, if you tried to pair it up with an equal block card and you just swap the numbers on each of them, the game would be easier. Because most fights in the game, it doesn't actually matter that much how fast you deal the damage. It matters a lot more how much damage you're taking. So if you're taking less damage but finishing the fight a bit slower, then, well, you have more health, which means you can go more floors to get more card. You know, it like snowballs. Yeah, I have no idea what to think about this card. It draws 2 cards and you exit your stance. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. It exits Wrath if you need to exit Wrath, and if you use it to exit Calm, you suddenly have 2 more energy to use those cards with. This... yeah, I can see how this pairs really well with Deva Form. For obvious reasons. Like, it's kind of insane. 3 dexterity, 3 strength. Lose, you gain 1 less energy per turn. That's a hell of a trade-off. The thing is, I don't know how good it is. Like, I think it's might actually be pretty decent even without Deva Form. Maybe not on 3 energy. That might be a bit rough, but if you're at 4, and if you're on 5 energy, I think fasting is like... Unless your deck is already too full, or it's next to something else even better, I think fasting's just like an auto-include. If you're on 5 energy, you're just like, yeah. I think this is good. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Yeah. Ways to enter calm. I like... I don't know if I can speak very much on the stance stuff yet. Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot to say about Empty Mind. I don't know how strong entering and exiting stances is exactly. I already gave my thoughts on Foreign Influence. God, I hate how it swaps around. Yeah, I also don't know what to think about Scry yet. That seems fine. I like this one. I like this one a lot. It doesn't retain, like, where's the other one? Oh, is the calm one not common? I don't think it is. Oh, no, here it is, Tranquility. It doesn't retain like the other two, but it gives you some flexibility. I think, like, water is really good. Fast is a debuff, you can remove it. Oh. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Hey, White Fang, how's it going? We're going over... I played some runs, and it got close enough to 3 o'clock that I'm like, I'm gonna take some time to actually look at all our cards, because I don't remember what half of them do. I am on the beta branch. I decided it was time. Yeah, I talked about, like, water last night. I think it's, like, one of the cards that you might need to get. Like, there are a couple cards that you need, like, probably a couple of them if you're going to be able to block through Act 2 and 3. And I feel like, you don't need all of them. The same way it's like, you don't need a bunch of footworks and After Image and Wraith Form. You can have, like, some of each. You probably need, like, a total of 4 of those cards, whether it's, like, 2 footworks and After Image, or Wraith Form, or 4 Wraith Forms. You know, and that'll pretty much get you through. I think it's the same situation. Like, you don't need like water, but you need something like water. And we'll get to those as we go. What is this? Put a card from your discard pile. Does that only retain till end of turn? This seems really good. Yeah, Meditate seems like a solid card. This one, whenever you change stances, gain 4 block. I think this is probably the strongest. Potentially has, like, the highest potential to be, like, your best block power. Because I think if you build your deck right, you can, like, swap stances, like, 4 times in a turn. Because that's the thing. It's, like, I've been thinking about it. It's, like, switching stances is, like, it doesn't do that much for me. Really? Because I've been thinking, like, I just want to have enough stance switching cards so that I can be in Wrath when I need to, and then exit Wrath when I don't want to take damage. But really, the more times you can swap stances, the more energy you get. Because you get 2 energy. And then you need a bunch of card draw. That's... God damn it. Every time I click the side, it moves the fucking scroll bar. What if I click on this side? Okay. Nirvana, like I said, I don't know how to value the Scry... No, that still doesn't work. I don't know how to value the Scry stuff. This is the one. I think this card's probably pretty good. When retained, increases block by 2 this combat. So you basically... It's kind of like a... It's kind of like a weird genetic algorithm. In that... It's not like late game genetic algorithm. It's like... Genetic algorithm once it's at, like... 14 or something, where, like, it's enough block that you don't just want to play it just to increase its value at this point. Like, it's actually useful to block with. So this, you just kind of, like, hold on to it until you're like, okay, I don't get to keep building it anymore because it's, you know, it's blocking for, like, 15. Although, admittedly, that would take 5 turns, so I don't see that happening outside of boss fights very much. Yeah, the retain one that grows in damage, I don't know. I don't think that one's great compared to the other uncommon attacks available. Did I already see it? Was it common? I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Mantra. Don't know how to value Mantra yet. Aw. That looks like it's been rotoscoped from something. I like it. This is probably fine for just a card that gives you mantra. I'm aware White Fang. Shuffles it into your draw pile. Yeah, I don't know about Reach Heaven. Oh, it's got the 3 keys on it. Nice. It only does 10 damage the turn you play it. This seems like a rough card to play in Act 1. Then again, I'm trying to imagine against, like, one of the elites or something. If you get your cards in the wrong order, like if you see Eruption on, like, turn 1 or something, and you have to wait for it for a while, this could be kind of a letdown. Even then, I think it's still pretty decent. I think it's alright. This card seems powerful. This card seems very good for, like, absolutely blowing your enemies out of the water. Yeah, alright. Oh! Of course. Of course. Of course. This is what you need to make Stance. You get this, and you get Mental Fortress. And then you go apeshit on Stance Dancing. Because you're like, every time I exit Calm, I gain 2 energy. Every time I enter Wrath, I draw 2 cards. And then you just like... I think that's a game plan that you can do. This is another... This is like a kind of backflip. Kind of backflip. She has a lot of kind of backflips. I've already talked about Sands of Time. I think it's pretty good. Signature move. I don't like it. I haven't played with it yet, but I don't like it. You reach it through violence. Yeah, exactly. The problem is, like, all the attack cards you have that retain. I think that makes it, like, really hard for this to work out. Simmering Fury. Right. I've talked about this card. I think it's really good. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Study. Right. I think it's okay. Yeah, we got an upgraded study last time. Unupgraded? I think it's on the weaker end of powers for her. What is... Oh, right. Yeah, this is kind of like a dash, I think, in the way that you're meant to use it. Yeah. I think this is, like, more of a boss card, a boss fight card than I was trying to use it as. No idea on... Again, it's probably good. It shuffles it into its draw pile. I don't know what to make of that portion of it. Yeah, we talked about Wallop. Talked about Wave of the Hand. What is this? Oh, it's like Flurry of Blows, but for Scry. Cool. Yeah, Wheel Kick. Right, this was the attack. See, I think she has so many, like, decent common and uncommon attacks. Windmill Strike just seems, like, slow. It seems, like, too slow to be really good. Goes up to 11, then 15. It's like her other 2-cost attacks. It's like you have to wait, like, 3 turns before this is, like, on par with her other, like, 2-cost uncommon attacks. I think it's okay for boss fights. I think, I don't like it for Act 1. And, like, past Act 1, if you're picking this for your damage, I think you're in trouble. Mantra. Wreath of Flame, yeah, I'd have to test it. This is also just, like, obviously, you either need to be doing crazy stance dance bullshit, or just, like, only play this for boss fights. Right. Ooh, Retain. I can see this one being pretty good. What would the equivalent of this be? I think this is kind of like the Immolate. I don't think Alpha is too good. Dealing 50 damage a turn is not even that strong, especially having to draw and play 3 cards and spend 6 energy to do it. It's like, I don't know if you were here for my last heart kill on Ironclad, but like, we very quickly hit the point where I was maxing out damage. Saves you, or it ends you, yeah. Wait, this Blasphemy or Alpha? Well, that's the thing, you're supposed to do the math. You're supposed to do the math to be like, alright, is this lethal? If yes, play Blasphemy, go apeshit. And also, like I said, in like hallway fights and elite fights where you have to deal far less damage to kill, I feel like Blasphemy's like, okay, cool. Instead of taking a shitload of damage, because we're in Act 2 hallway fights, instead of taking 24 damage from fucking Snake Plant, die. I don't know how good the mantra... I think this card's like fine. It only scales linearly. If the upgrade made it deal like double the mantra damage and extra damage, this might be a bit better. I don't think this card is good. You're spending a card draw to gain 2 energy at some point in the future. It's probably fine. Hold up. There's a way I can, like, organize these, right? Yeah, if we compare it to, Adrenaline. Gain 1 energy, draw 2 cards. This is basically gain 2 energy, but you get to choose when you use it. I don't know. I'll have to play with it. It's free, yeah. But you have to compare it to the other options available to you. Just saying it's free energy does not... It's not free. It cost me a card draw, and it cost me a card pick. I had to pick this over other cards to put in my deck. And I had to draw it over other cards to get the energy. Nothing in this game is free. Yeah, we already talked about Day Before. What is this? I feel like this is a card where it's like, okay, you get this, and you get kind of a... How would I put it? It's like on Silent, I know that I pretty much always want Noxious Fumes. Because Poison's just like her most reliable form of scaling damage. So it's not like you're like, you get Noxious Fumes, and then you're like, okay, now I can take all these Poison cards. You're like, you're already taking the Poison cards, because Poison's pretty good even without Noxious Fumes, and then you get the Noxious Fumes, and you're like, boom. I don't know if that's the same with Mantra. Like, I'm trying to think of something similar with the other classes. It's like, no, on Ironclad, I already know that Corruption is insanely strong. So taking cards, like, I'm already picking a couple of cards that can synergize with Corruption on the way, because they're, like, strong cards themselves. The problem with something like this is, like, all her mantra cards fucking suck if you're not already doing mantra stuff. Like, you need at least 2 of them. Maybe Worship is fine by itself, because it gets you halfway there all on its own. Like, I don't know what, like... Because with the other 3 classes, you've got, like, a couple ways of going about dealing damage, and a couple of ways of going about blocking, and then there's, like, the best one, and then the second best, and then you get down to, like, all of the others, which are kind of, like, in this mire of usually not good enough outside of, like, certain rare synergies with either specific rare cards or relics. So, like, with Ironclad, it's, like, you're either blocking with Corruption, Feel No Pain. That's, like, way number 1. Or you're doing Reaper Strength things. That's, like, way number 2. And way number 3 is, like, you've actually managed to put together, like, Barricade, Entrench shenanigans. But, like, it's a lot harder to do that third one, so you're not seeing it super often. You're most often going for the other two because they help you do other things. Corruption helps you play a bunch of cards in a turn, which is a strong thing to do. Strength gain helps you kill dudes. So you're just like, yeah. For her, like, I don't know what her primary mode of preventing damage is supposed to be. Is it Mantle Fortress? Like, it's some combination of these powers, but it's like these three powers right here, I think. Like Water, Mantle Fortress, Nirvana. They all give you the block. They all give you the block. And unlike Ironclad, it's like Ironclad can also kind of get through chunks of the run by just dealing so much damage so fast that he just kills the enemies before they have a chance to deal a bunch of damage. But he doesn't take double damage when he's going apeshit, and he heals 6 health after every fight. So he's just way more equipped to do that. I don't think that's a super viable strategy with her. So I think stance changing is actually like, I probably need to pick more stance change cards more often. The thing is, they don't seem to be that common outside of like the two actual common ones that literally do nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, where were we? Establishment, I think, is good. There's so many... A lot of the cards that retain themselves are good. A lot of the cards that generate cards for you that retain themselves are good. So Establishment seems pretty good. This is one, like, I'm pretty confident that it's like... This is a card that you're almost always happy to see. This is a good rare. Judgment, what is this? Oh, yeah. I have no idea. It seems like it's not that great. It seems like it's really cool, like, if you get it off of the whale or something at the start of Act 1, and then you're just like, cool. You'll just, like, slap the shit out of the first couple of fights. But after that, you just gotta, like, draw it on the right turn, otherwise it doesn't do anything. Lesson Learned is obviously incredible. The same way that Feed is incredible. Whenever a card is created... Yeah, this one seems like it might actually be really good as well. Omniscient seems really good. Ragnarok seems kind of bad, not gonna lie. What is this? Right, I don't know how to value Spirit Shield. I don't know if it counts itself when you play it for cards in your hand. If you do by default, it generates like 15 block, which is not that bad. Obviously, you can make that a lot bigger. Vault seems good. I've heard about Wish. Ragnarok and Omniscience are the best rares, you think? Well, admittedly, I haven't played nearly as much, but... Wait, what the fuck? Huh. There's one card I haven't seen. Deal 9 damage X times. Okay. I have no idea how good Wish is. I've also, like, never played this card. When I saw it, because obviously I've seen it, when I saw it, this card, like, did something entirely different, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this card had Omniscience's current effect. And, like, Omniscience had, like... Omniscience was scry your deck. That's what Omniscience was. Anyway. So that was just, like, me taking a long time to say, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck, but we'll figure it out. So, unfortunately, it is that time once again. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to follow both here on Twitch as well as the various social media and video hosting platforms linked down below. Next stream is tomorrow night from 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you don't know what time that is in your time zone, that is approximately 21 hours and 32 minutes from right now. At that time, we'll be continuing our never-ending quest to slay the Spire. You can check out previous episodes of both Slay the Spire as well as other games I've streamed in the past at both YouTube and BitChute. Gonna moan for my beard. Alright. Link down below. And feel free to join the community Discord, which is also linked down below. We're gonna go raid somebody, so feel free to stick around for that. With you do not, thank you for joining me, and have a good